All right. Hello, everybody. Give some time for everybody to pop on here. All right, I'm going to do my best to keep up with comments and everything here. You know what? I'm going to go grab my tea. Okay, everyone. Sorry about that. Anyway. Okay, so today I am going to show you all how to make a money bowl. So this is something that I've seen all over social media, as well as just in a lot of like the beginner witchcraft books. So yeah, that's what we're going to talk about today. And I am sure you all have heard of it before. Now, I am watching myself on Twitch, and it looks like it's glitching a little bit. So, if you all want to let me know if you're able, if I'm glitching or not for you guys. So, let me know about that. But anyway, like I said, today we're going to make a money bowl. So, all of these things that I'm using are pretty much available in the store, which definitely makes it easier for you all, right? Because most of you probably shop here. So, anyway, I used this bowl here. I'm just going to make one for my house, my personal home. But, yeah, that's what we're going to do today. So this is the money bowl that I use. I do recommend probably cleansing. You're not glitching on here on TikTok? Okay, Jennifer, thank you so much for responding, by the way. But so we're going to use this bowl here. Any bowl will work, but typically I like to go with the ones that are a little bit more ornate or fancy in that sense, just because it gives the idea of luxury and money and prosperity and all of that. Okay. So like I said, this one's just a bowl from Dollar Tree. We have plenty of bowls here at the shop, or you can just use one that you have at home, using a dish, a cup, a chalice, whatever works for you and whatever you have on hand will work just fine. So that's what we're going to start off with is just the bowl. I already did this, but you can cleanse with incense, smoke cleansing, that kind of thing will help just kind of get any residual energy off of the bowl that you're going to plan on using. So go through some of the ingredients that I have here. So I've got some rice. I'm going to show you on here. Rice is really popular in prosperity workings just because of how abundantly it grows. Also, just having rice is a sign of wealth because you're fed, you're taken care of. So it also is related to fertility, which is similar to abundance workings if you think about it, because you're trying to bring something in, you want fertile ground in order to get what it is that you're trying to manifest. So always recommend using some rice. And while I'm putting these things in there, first of all, you could be listening to music that makes you think of money and prosperity. And I like to go really slowly and intentionally when I do this, especially with the rice, because every bit of rice I'm putting in there, I'm imagining that that's just my money multiplying, right? So we're going to kind of fill out the bottom of the bowl again, really slow and intentional. So I'm just using plain white rice from home, but we do have prosperity rice available in store as well for $2. That's made by our resident Reiki master, Lucinda. So, use whatever you have on hand, or if you feel inclined to go get some from here, totally do that. So again, just adding the rice and picturing every grain of rice that's going in there is just your money multiplying. So look how many are there. That's just money going in, prosperity, wealth, happiness. Okay, do this slowly, calmly. If you have anybody in your family with you, you can always make a money bowl with them, because if they're in your household, then you also want to be bringing in the wealth and prosperity for them. So, all right, so that's all the rice that I'm going to add. I don't want to fill it up too much. But yeah, again, the rice for the prosperity, wealth, money, abundance. Okay. So I'm going to keep going with some herbs here. I've got peppermint leaf. Actually, on the label itself, it doesn't say to use this for abundance or money workings, but I do. Reason being is because any gardeners know you plant peppermint, it's going to take over your entire garden, whether you wanted to or not. Peppermint has the unique ability to reproduce. That's why it's so good for fertility as well. But abundance workings, yes, all the peppermint, in my opinion. So I'm just going to sprinkle that peppermint in there. It's very fragrant. Take some deep inhales while you're sprinkling that in. Let that sharp clarity of the smell of peppermint just bring you to the present moment. And again, while you're sprinkling this in, just think about what you're trying to accomplish. So think about those stalks of mint that grow up or crop up everywhere in your garden that you can't get rid of. Think about that. So think about that happening with your money, right? Our money multiplying. Our money is abundant. And again, just take a moment to think about all the different ways you can imagine money coming to you. So this is both by like work means, right? So what you do for a living, but also leave room for you to get money in other ways that maybe you weren't expecting. Okay, so just a blessing. All right. Then next, I'm going to do basil. Basil is one that you pretty much want in every one of your money workings. Okay, basil is one of the most common used for that. Used for wealth. Again, very fragrant. It smells very, very good. Okay. And again, while you're putting this in, just think about what you're trying to add. Okay. Think about what you want to bring into your life. Basil is good for just general wealth, general attraction, money, but also just happiness, all around happiness in your home, safety and prosperity in your home. Think about what you might need in your life to curate the prosperity you're trying to bring in. What are some changes you might need to make? What are some of the ways that you might be blocking yourself from receiving the money that it is you want? Do you think it's possible for you to make more money than you do now? Or does that seem unattainable? So I want you to think about all of those things. Okay. All right. Next, I am going to add alfalfa. And I'm going to make sure I'm not missing any comments or anything, so forgive me while I hop up. 1 second. Oh, Erin, you said you can't see my face. So I was trying something different where, so you guys can see the bowl itself. If you want me to switch the camera, you know what? I'm just going to switch the camera. Here, bear with me. Bear with me, everyone. Because it seems like you guys like to see my face. So I will do that for you. Hello. It is I. Okay, so for anyone who just started, just to catch you up. So right now I've got some rice, some basil, and peppermint inside my money bowl as well. Oh, like I said that already, the rice. So again, the rice is for that, but it's prosperity. Basil, same thing, but just general overall happiness too. And then we have the peppermint because of the abundance, again, it cropping up everywhere. So this one I'm going to add, this one is important. I add this in pretty much every money working that I do, and I'll tell you why. This is alfalfa. Alfalfa is good for prosperity and good fortune, but also security. So while other herbs, which I will be adding in, like cinnamon and stuff, is really good for quick money, for fast money, that kind of thing. Alfalfa is wonderful for consistent money, okay? A consistent stream of income, a consistent way that you're going to keep getting the money and, thriving that way. So I always add alfalfa into any of the money workings that I do. You can be really generous with this here. It's not an herb that works wonderfully on its own, but paired with others, especially for obviously the same purposes, really is a good call. Yes, adding some alfalfa. And I realize that at some point I'm going to have to run and go grab a lighter because I did not grab a lighter. But again, just adding the alfalfa. And when I'm adding the alfalfa, for the other ones, I'm thinking of, large sums of money coming to me, money just kind of getting thrown at me. With the alfalfa, I'm thinking of the ways that I can make money. I'm thinking of my bills being paid. I'm thinking of my mortgage being paid, groceries in my fridge, that kind of thing. So more of the mundane wealth and the mundane ways that our needs are met is alfalfa. So it's about security and stability, not just quick cash. Alfalfa means I want to continue making that money. I want to make sure that I have a steady stream of income. Is this the same thing as doing a money spell, or does this work differently? Sorry, Jennifer, I just caught your comment now. This is basically a type of money spell. The difference with a money bowl is you keep feeding it. So as you're walking by, you might want to throw change in there, throw money, little crystals, anything like that, just putting some energy into it, continuously lighting the candle. Those are all ways that you're going to charge the money bowl up. So you keep feeding it, and as you feed it, your money grows too. So that's kind of the only difference between just like a regular money spell and a money bowl. Is a money spell something you do one time, where the money bowl is something you want to keep refreshing and keep working with. So that's the difference, important differentiation between those two things. So and so for anyone joining in, I'm not going to make everybody listen over and over, but we've got rice in there, we have alfalfa, basil, and peppermint right now. Okay, so next I'm going to add the cinnamon. So I happen to have a ton of cinnamon sticks just sitting around. So that is why I'm going to use these. But powdered cinnamon would work just fine. Or if you don't want to use as many as I have, because, you know, cost effective reasons, totally understand. But I'm going to put 8 cinnamon sticks in my money bowl. Reason being is because 8 is that sign of abundance. It's a number of manifestation. Because it's never ending, right? So it's talking about your money never ending. So I'm just going to add those in here. And I actually am going to add the rest of the rice to kind of help hold the cinnamon sticks up, right? Okay. So again, just put them in, kind of evenly spread them out. Those are the cinnamon sticks. And let's see if I can show you all on Twitch without knocking it all over. Yes. So I just put it around the outside there. And again, I picked 8 cinnamon sticks because 8 is the number of prosperity. Okay. I'm going to stop a second and give anybody a time to ask questions if they have them. Just sipping on my healing tea that I got here from Goddess Elite. It's delicious. Didn't have time to stop for coffee because of the weather. Okay, it doesn't seem like anyone has any questions, so I'm just going to keep on going then, okay? So I'm going to add in some green aventurine. So I have quite a bit of this stuff here. So I'm going to be pretty generous with the amount that I put in here. So about how much rice did I use? Yeah, I'd say about a full cup probably, but don't feel like you have to use a certain amount. Honestly, the bowl I'm using is kind of large, so I had to fill it up a little bit more. But really any amount of rice is fine. I'm really big on like go with your gut. So just because I'm adding this stuff in here, if you either don't have these herbs on hand, if there are other things that to you are more about money, that kind of thing, then add those in instead. One of the things that I don't have with me that I like to add, especially if I need the money quickly, I'm in need, I'm going to add some coffee grounds in there because coffee grounds kind of speed everything up. So that is what I would add in there. So, and again, this is what our money bowl looks like at the moment. I'm just lifting it up for those folks on Twitch. Okay. And now I'm going to add in some of this green aventurine. Okay. Green aventurine is probably the best crystal, I would say, for good luck, money, manifestation, all of that. I always tell people if you're going to go to a casino and you're trying to win big, that's the crystal to bring. So again, just placed it in there. Nothing too fancy, nothing too special. So that's the green aventurine. Next, I have this citrine here. So again, this is one that I brought from home, but we have stuff very similar, if not prettier, actually, at the store itself. Okay, so this is citrine. Citrine brings optimism, positivity, happiness, and you guessed it, prosperity. It's wonderful for like creative pursuits that will help with money, if that makes sense. So like if you're your own boss, let's say you're a reader, you're an artist, whatever it is, it's to help like give you some inspiration to make money that way. But yeah, citrine is really just a crystal I think everybody could benefit to have on them. Being it again is like solar plexus energy. So your confidence, your sense of self-worth, all of those things are tied into your solar plexus and therefore tied into citrine. So for those who just joined, we're making a little money bowl here. It's actually a large money bowl. I don't know why I got such a big bowl, but anyway, big money bowl. So far we've got rice, basil, alfalfa, peppermint, and green aventurine. And then I put 8 cinnamon sticks around the outside. You can put as many as you have or see fit. And now I'm talking about this citrine that I wanted to add in there. So again, citrine for inspiration, positivity, all of that. So I'm going to just stick that bad boy in there. Okay. So if I were at home, which I am not, so, and I didn't grab like parchment paper to do this or anything, but I would probably be putting parchment paper with like some sigils on there or money signs drawn on there, blessed with some oil, anointing that. I might drop some money oil into the bowl. If I have a tarot deck that I don't use to read with and I use for just spell work, I might place a couple of those cards around the outside just to, you know, make my intention more clear. So those, like I said, those are things that I don't have on me, but I would bring from home. Okay, next is change. We all have change. I would also use dollar bills, but I don't have any on me. We also have ancestor money, which when I go to grab the lighter to light the tea light in here, I'll grab the ancestor money so y'all can see it, because that's another great option for a money bowl. One thing I will say about putting offerings and money in the money bowl, don't put money, like don't put like a $20 bill in there and then, oh, I need groceries, take that 20 out and go spend it, because that is doing the opposite of what it is that you're trying to do here. Okay. You want to create wealth. So for you to put money in the money bowl and then take it out, that's literally symbolizing the money getting taken out of your pocket. So if you can't afford to set it in there, don't set it in there. That's one of the things that I do. So I won't use money from my money bowl to pay for anything. My son knows this, even though he does try and sneak it to get some ice cream. Apparently he learned it's $1.50 for an ice cream at lunch, and so he is constantly scrounging up for some change so he can get one. But anyway, so this is the change I'm gonna add. And again, once you put it in there, don't take it out. So I normally am pretty intentional when I do this, so I'm gonna like place it where it seems like we could use some razzle dazzle. Okay, and when I'm doing that, again, I'm saying I have so much money that I can just leave it sitting in this bowl here. I don't even need it, right? Okay. So it's gonna look something like that. I don't want to dump it too much. All right, everyone, bear with me 10 seconds. I'm gonna go grab the lighter. Okay, sorry for the brief hiatus. Didn't bring a lighter. But anyway, so I use a little tea light here. You can sprinkle some of the herbs in there if you want, but be cautious. Please don't light anything on fire. But I add a tea light in there. You could also use like a green chime candle if you felt inclined, anything like that, right? So whatever you got on hand, tea light's just fine. The thing I like about the tea light is, first of all, it doesn't get wax and everything all up in your money bowl. You can put it out and relight it. And it's easy to take out and replace with a different tea light when you feel inclined and if you feel like it's time. So actually, let's place it in there first, right? Oh, yeah. All right, I'm gonna give everybody a close up here. Let's see if I can do it. Yeah. So it should look something like that. I don't think you can really tell that the tea light is lit in there. Focusing a little bit. But that is the money ball. And then I will do this for some others. Hold on, bear with me. Okay. Back to the front camera, and again, I'm going to show you people on TikTok. That's the money ball. It's very magical. Now, you want to place this money ball somewhere in your house that you're going to use it consistently or see it consistently, right? Don't put it in a room that you're going to forget about it, because that's almost worse than just not creating one in general, okay? And what you want to do is, like, let's say I passed the money ball. I've got some change in my pocket. I'm going to throw it in there. I'm going to say, open hands deserve open hands. Or I am inviting money and prosperity into my life. I am grateful for all of the money and prosperity that's in my life. Something like that. As if you already have it. An air of gratitude. This feels very magical and lovely. And I'm going to be taking this home. So, but does anyone have any questions about the process? I see I've got some people watching. If you missed anything, let me know. I'll go back over it. And just so you know, too, it's not just like light the candle. Okay, you have to bless it. How long do you leave it set up? Okay, let me see if I can click this so y'all can see the question too. Yep. All right, how long do you leave the bowl set up? How do you take it down, dismantle, or dispose of ingredients? And how long or often do you light the candle? Those are all excellent questions. So as far as how long to leave the bowl set up, I probably wouldn't go past like a few months. There's not hard and fast rules with this. It's mainly going to be just like how it feels energetically, right? So if it feels a little bit energetically stagnant to you, you feel like I've had it too long, or it's not bringing the money in, or I'm forgetting to feed it, feel free to dismantle it. You're fine to use the items from it. Just when you're doing that, like, let's say I want to use that citrine again. I'm going to take it out. I'm going to say thank you for doing its job. I'm going to cleanse it and then use it. Okay, so you're switching your intentions up. Anything that is biodegradable, I have a tree in my backyard that I just kind of put it by the tree, throw it outside. It'd be fine if you just put it in the garbage too. Maybe I'm a bad witch, but I don't really follow a lot of the rules. I just kind of, as long as my intention's good, I feel like I'm good. All right, are there any other questions? I don't think I really introduced myself anyway, but I'm Emily. I'm one of the employees here, and then I also read here on Wednesdays. But Erin, did that answer your question? Oh, I didn't answer about the candle. Sorry. So how long or how often? Daily, if you want. Doesn't matter how long. Not a big deal if you forget to light it. I just use the lighting it to kind of charge it up and remind myself it's there, to be honest. Don't forget to blow it out, please. You have a lot of items in there and herbs in there with a candle flame. So, like, do it in an area that you're in often. You don't want to just leave that be. It could be very dangerous. And again, pretty much all of these items that I used are available at the store. If you came in and asked any of us for help making a money bowl, we would definitely assist. So, we love answering questions like that. Does anyone else have any other questions? If not, I'm just going to end it there. All right, everyone. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope that answered any questions you might have about money bowls. And you all have a lovely day. Thank you so much. Thanks.